there's a rant coming. There's a rant coming. Because here's the thing. I'm not even interested in Riri Williams. I'm not even a fan of the Ironheart character. And I ended up watching the trailer for the upcoming Ironheart TV show on a whim. I was just curious. And after watching the trailer, I'm like, what? The MCU, they have no idea what they're doing. Marvel and Disney have they're clueless. They have no idea what they're doing. And the trailer pissed me off because again, I'm not even a fan of Riri Williams, but with what I just saw in the trailer, the mishandling of Riri Williams is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. Because first of all, in the beginning of the trailer, she goes into this abandoned building. I forget what type of store it was. She goes into this old elevator, and it's booby trapped, and there's a trap, and she needs to disarm the trap. Apparently, Riri Williams is being tested. Now here's the thing. I'm going, who the hell is this guy to test Riri Williams in the goddamn... I'm not even a fan of Riri Williams, but I'm pissed at the fact that some guy actually has the balls to think that he needs to test Riri Williams in the goddamn first place. Because here's the thing. When Riri ends up, dismantling and opening up the elevator doors, and she confronts the guy, I literally expected her to deck the guy in the face. Because, how dare you literally almost kill me? And I'm sorry. With what little we got to see of Riri Williams in Wakanda Forever, I got the impression that she's not going to take any crap from anybody. And some guy literally goes, "Oh yeah, not only am I testing you because I'm some idiot, I also am going to risk killing you." The trailer should have easily have shown Riri Williams punch in the show. She better punch the guy in the face because this is stupid. But here's the thing. Apparently, the premise of this show is Riri is joining this underground group to be able to finance and get the money to build a suit. And it's like, why? What? In Wakanda Forever, Riri Williams built her own, she reverse engineered Tony Stark's suit in her goddamn garage, you morons! In Wakanda Forever, when you introduced Riri Williams, you established that the ability of the necessity of money was irrelevant when you had Riri build her own goddamn suit in her own goddamn garage without needing to do illegal stuff to obtain money to build it. So that's already gone. So that's stupid all on its own. But then she was in Wakanda and she built another suit. She was in Wakanda. Why would she leave Wakanda where she could build any suit she wanted with unlimited resources, easy access to vibranium? She already had a suit. Like Disney, Marvel, do you not watch? You expect the audience to watch everything that you release and expect to remember that so that we can move forward in whatever dumbass movie or TV show you bring up. Except here's the problem. You don't even care about your own. You guys don't even do it. She wanted to, her apprenticeship, this trailer actually has the balls to go that Riri Williams says, after my apprenticeship in Wakanda, bullshit, you built a suit. Don't tell, like, what are you talking about? Like again, I don't even give a damn about Riri Williams. I'm more of a War Machine fanboy. The War Machine, okay, you have the upcoming Armor Wars TV show. What the hell is the point of an Ironheart? The mishandling of Riri Williams is pathetic. It's pathetic. Because, well, first of all, why wouldn't Sam Wilson recruit her? Why wouldn't Sam Wilson recruit Valentina? Why wouldn't Valentina recruit her? Oh no, that would make sense. That would actually, because here's the thing. If you this show looks like not only a standalone show, but quite literally a throwaway show. And again, I want to stress, I don't even like Riri Williams, but what this show was doing, again, I know I'm just getting it from the trailer, and I'm sure the show might actually explain and expand, but I'm going off of the history of what the MCU has done with the TV shows and the movies. So I don't think I'm too far off. But it just pisses me off how they're just mishandling and just throwing away and wasting. You could actually do something with Riri. Have her be recruited by Sam Wilson into the New Avengers. Have her be recruited by Valentina into the Thunderbolts or the New Avengers. If you're going to actually create if you're going to introduce a character, actually establish her into the actual MCU and have her be part of it. But they're just going, yeah, no, we're just going to have, whatever show this, however many episodes, and guaranteed it's not going to go anywhere because, again, you have the upcoming Armor Wars TV show, which is going to be highlighting and focusing on, James Rhodes and War Machine. So what are they going to do with Ironheart after this show is done? I don't see anything. I don't see there being a use for Riri after this show. So what exactly are we as an audience supposed to invest into this show and into this character to even get us to even want to watch the show? This is so stupid. I'm watching this trailer and all I'm doing is getting pissed off. I'm getting pissed off. I'm just. I understand what they're trying to do, and I get it, but that would have only have worked if this show took place before Wakanda Forever. Then you'd have something. But again, you're literally ignoring what the events that happened in Wakanda Forever for the sake of having this show because you want to have her be what, street level? I don't. She doesn't need money to build her suit. She was in Wakanda. She helped fight. Oh, what, Namor, or however you want, Namor, whatever you want to call him. This is so, it's not even a continuation. You would have fit. I'm figuring it would have been Riri Williams coming back from Wakanda in a new suit and then having her adventures as Ironheart. This. the crazy thing about this show, because the premise of the show is, let's just do another origin story. Because, hey, morons, hey, Marvel, Disney, you already did an origin story for Riri Williams and the Ironheart suit. You already did that. And this whole show was going, yeah, we're going to forget that, and we're just going to do it all over again. Like, because here's the thing. In Wakanda Forever, the movie already did step one of the origin story, where step one was establish Riri Williams' origin and the origin of the Ironheart suit. Step two was establish her as, like, at least a somewhat competent character. This show should have been step three, which was continuing her story arc, continuing her storyline, continuing her progression as a character. Instead, this show was going, no, we're just going to start at step one. We're going to start at step one all over again, because apparently they don't have anything. Because I think that's the issue with this show, is that the MCU has no plans for Riri Williams, has no plans for Ironheart. So they're going, we want to make a show about Riri, but we can't actually do a step three because there actually is nothing set up for Riri in the goddamn first place. So what do we do for a premise of a show? Let's just do the origin story again. Let's just do another origin story, because that's the only justification for the premise of the show to not be a step three in her character advancement, a continuation of her story. This show is going, we're just going to do another origin story because we have nothing planned for her anyway. And that literally makes this show a waste of time, because there's no payoff. Because how many people are fans of Ironheart enough to actually care about her origin, a retelling? It's not even a retelling. I don't even know if that. Like, would this be considered a retelling of her origin story, or just a continuation of another origin? Like, this is so messed up. This is like, this show should be a continuation of her story. Instead, they're just going back to step one and hoping nobody cares. Anyway, got out of my system. Rant over. I'm kind of conflicted. Because now I want to watch the show to see if I'm wrong. I want to see if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong, and this show could. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. There's no way this show is going to be any good. There's no way this show is going to justify itself, or what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, it's not going to justify itself. This is going to be, I don't know how many episodes, 6, 7, and it's going to end with her having a suit and then nothing, and then we're never going to hear from her again. Because again, unless they're going to continue, unless this show actually has War Machine near the end of this, like in the final final episode or final 2 episodes, unless, okay, that's a possibility. Where at the end of the show, you have Sam Wilson show up, or James or Rhodey show up, or Valentina show up and go, hey, we want you to be part of this. If the show does that, then it's something. It's still a waste, because it should still this show should be all about her impressing Sam Wilson. This show should be about impressing Rhodey or Valentina, but Again, I'm just giving my initial reactions and rant to the trailer, not the show. The show may very well incorporate those. Redeem itself. That was the word I was looking for. Redeem itself. I doubt this show is going to redeem itself, but there's a possibility. Again, I wouldn't bet money on it, but we'll see. This is weird because this is basically a show where I would have to wait until the final episode airs, see the final episode, and if the final episode actually has it that there's a continuation to her character, then I'll be going, oh, okay, now it's worth investing my time watching it. This is how screwed up and ridiculous the show is. I actually have to wait until the final episode to find out if they're going to actually incorporate her character beyond the show to actually see if this show was worth watching. just when you thought MCU couldn't get any worse, they throw this at you. Anyway, like I said, rant over. I'm done. I'm good. And again, if you're a fan of Riri Williams and you're a fan of Ironheart, I'm sure you might enjoy this. But again, like I said, I'm not, so I really have nothing to care about. And unless this show gives me something to care about, I have no reason. I didn't even watch, I swear to God, I didn't even finish watching the Secret Wars TV show. I think after the third episode, I tuned out. I don't give a rat's ass anymore. And even when then when I found out what happened in Secret Wars, I go, I don't care. I don't care that I skipped out on anything. I think that's another issue, is that nobody cares what happens in the TV shows. So it doesn't really matter what happens to Riri Williams or Ironheart in this show anyway. Because I don't even think I guess Disney's going, we don't care either. We just need to pump out an MCU product, and Ironheart was on the the list, so we're doing that. We're doing her. But yeah, I'm not gonna watch the show until the final episode to see if it's actually worth caring about. What a stupid way of having to get me to watch the show, but whatever. Anyway, I'm done. I can't think of anything else. I gotta go get something to eat. I'm done. I'm good. I'm out of here. See ya.